Electricity in ancient Egypt, the shocking secret of the Dendera Temple. Hello, lovers of history and mystery. In today's video, we travel back thousands of years to the scorching deserts of Egypt, where beneath the golden sands lies a secret that continues to shock the modern world. Get ready, because we are diving into the mystery of the Dendera Light, the so-called ancient Egyptian light bulb. Before we begin, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications, and like this video so you won't miss more deep dives into ancient history and lost technologies. In this documentary, we will explore: what is the Dendera Temple and when was it built? What exactly is the mysterious Dendera Light relief? How do mainstream archaeologists interpret it, and what do alternative theorists believe? What evidence exists and what's missing? Could this really represent an ancient electrical device or simply a mythological symbol of divine creation? The Dendera Temple and its origins. The city of Dendera lies on the west bank of the Nile in modern-day Egypt. Known in ancient times as Unit or Tentyris, it was a sacred center dedicated to Hathor, goddess of love, beauty, and music. The main temple, built during the late Ptolemaic and early Roman periods, stands upon far older foundations, some possibly dating back to the Old Kingdom. Beneath this temple lies a maze of underground crypts, narrow corridors filled with intricate hieroglyphs and carvings. Because they were hidden from light and weather, these chambers preserved their reliefs in astonishing condition. Among them is one carving that has fascinated the world for decades: the mysterious Dendera Light. The Dendera Light relief. Carved deep within the sandstone walls, the image shows a lotus flower from which a serpent-shaped figure emerges, enclosed within a long, oval capsule. At the capsule's end, a cable-like extension seems to connect it to a box-shaped object. To modern eyes, this looks remarkably like a light bulb, or even an early electrical discharge tube. Could the ancient Egyptians really have known such technology? Or are we projecting our modern understanding onto ancient symbolism? The conventional archaeological explanation. Mainstream Egyptologists insist this is not a depiction of electricity, but a symbolic religious scene. In Egyptian cosmology, the lotus represents creation and rebirth. The serpent signifies divine energy, protection, and renewal. The oval capsule symbolizes the womb of creation, the birthplace of divine light. In this view, the carving shows the god Harsamtis emerging from the lotus in serpent form, not a technological object, but the moment of divine manifestation. They also point out that no physical evidence, no glass bulbs, filaments, or conductive materials, has ever been found in association with the temple. And while there's little soot on the walls, that can easily be explained by well-crafted oil lamps and careful ventilation. The alternative theory: ancient electricity? Yet, some researchers argue otherwise. They claim the image is too literal to dismiss. The serpent resembles a filament, the capsule a bulb, and the cable a conduit to a power source. The absence of soot, they say, proves that smokeless lighting was used, perhaps powered by electricity. According to this theory, Egyptian priests possessed secret knowledge of energy and used it within sacred spaces, preserving it as mythic art. It's a thrilling idea, but can it withstand evidence? Evidence and counter-evidence arguments for the theory. The carving undeniably resembles a modern light bulb. The crypts are clean, no soot or torch residue. Ancient Egyptians were masters of engineering. Perhaps they harnessed forces we've forgotten. Arguments against. The image fits known mythological motifs. No electrical components or materials have ever been discovered. Similarities in shape don't prove identical function. Modern bias may color our perception. In truth, the Dendera Light lies on the edge between myth and modern imagination. The hidden crypt and its context. The light bulb. Carvings are found in the subterranean crypts beneath Hathor's temple, secret spaces used by priests, not open to the public. Their preservation is extraordinary: sharp inscriptions, detailed reliefs, and sacred geometry etched in stone. The temple itself reflects both scientific precision and divine symbolism. Astronomy, art, and mathematics intertwined. This context supports the view that the reliefs had ritual, not technological significance. They were carved as part of sacred narratives, not engineering blueprints. Symbols and mythology. Within the reliefs, recurring symbols, the lotus, serpent, and jed pillar, tell a deeper story. The lotus, the first life emerging from the waters of chaos. The serpent, the vital force of creation, ever renewing and eternal. The Jed pillar, strength, stability, and divine energy. Together, they portray the birth of light and order from darkness. The so-called bulb is therefore a metaphor for divine illumination, not a mechanical lamp. The electricity hypothesis. Under the lens. Still, the alternative theory fascinates. If taken literally, the capsule equals bulb, the serpent equals filament, the cables power line, the box energy source, and because the crypts lack smoke, it must have been some form of electrical lighting, or so the claim goes. Some even link it to the Baghdad battery, suggesting the ancients might have used electrochemical reactions centuries before recorded history. Scientific examination. Modern analyses, however, find no evidence of copper wires, electrodes, or insulators. Instead, the cable is identified as a symbolic Jed pillar, the channel of divine power, not electricity. The lack of soot can be explained by refined lamp oils or mirror systems that reflected sunlight deep into chambers. And so, while the resemblance is uncanny, science finds no physical trace of an electrical system in Dendera. Alternative explanations. Some scholars propose the image represents not physical light, but spiritual illumination, the transmission of sacred knowledge. The serpent within the lotus could symbolize the awakening of divine energy, the enlightenment of consciousness. Even if electricity wasn't involved, the reliefs still express an advanced understanding of energy, creation, and cosmic order, a language of light written in stone. Final reflections. Myth or reality? Where does the truth lie? The Dendera carvings remain among the most mysterious in the world. They challenge us, not only to question history, but to examine our own assumptions. Perhaps the priests of Hathor didn't wield electric lamps, but they understood the essence of light itself, its power to reveal, to transform, to symbolize knowledge and life. Maybe that's the true legacy of the Dendera Temple, a message carved in stone, telling us that enlightenment, whether divine or scientific, has always been humanity's greatest pursuit. Conclusion. The Dendera Light continues to captivate scientists, historians, and dreamers alike. Was it an ancient invention, a metaphor for creation, or a mirror of human imagination? The answer may never be known, but the mystery endures, glowing eternally across time. If you enjoyed this journey through ancient wonders, don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. And tell us in the comments, was the Dendera Light real technology, or a divine symbol of the first spark of life?